Pleasant good evening. I'm Shane Seeley with the CBC Evening News. In our top story tonight, the Tourism Minister Richard Seeley is confident about the future of the island's cruise tourism sector. His comments came at today's inaugural visit of the Regent Seven Seas Explorer at Bridgetown Port. He says 2016 has been very busy.
The season, of course, we've had some very busy days already. The home porting element is at a record level for this season, and even the number of new calls it's quite encouraging, like this vessel. And I think that is what augurs well for cruise tourism and our tourism going forward into the future. Levels of confidence are high. Managers and directors and cruise planners are comfortable putting Barbados on the itinerary.
And Mr. Seeley says Barbados continues to be a highly demanded destination.
The requests for vessels to home port here is also on the increase. Larger vessels, newer vessels, and that's a very good thing. It means that the policy that we have of expanding the port, or should I say ports, seaport and airport, to accommodate more of this type of business is the correct strategy.
Meanwhile, we hear that Barbados is committed to strengthening its relationship with Japan. This according to Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Maxine McLean. She was speaking during a reception hosted by the Ambassador of Japan, Toriko Shinada, and his wife on the occasion of the birthday of His Majesty the Emperor of Japan at the Hilton Barbados Resort last night. Senator McLean says at the bilateral level, the relationship between both nations has been strengthened by technical cooperation, scholarships, and training.
In addition, we are encouraged at the potential for cooperation in other areas such as climate change, renewable energy, the arts, sports, technology, and agriculture. The establishment of a resident Japanese diplomatic presence in Barbados from the beginning of this year serves as a strong signal of both the friendship with our two countries but also our shared desire to enhance our bilateral relationship.
And for his part, Ambassador Shinada says he is committed to fulfilling the role of his mission.
I, as first resident ambassador of Japan to Barbados, and the staff of our newly established embassy need generous support, understanding, and cooperation by all of you attending here today. So, thank you very much once again for being here and celebrating this occasion with us.
The interest of children must be safeguarded. This was the message conveyed to Barbadians by United Nations Children's Fund UNICEF representative to Barbados, Kin Sandy Wynn, as the UN entity marked 70 years of service to the world. UNICEF works in 190 countries and territories to protect the rights of every child. To mark the milestone, a service was held at the St. Matthias Anglican Church to mark the occasion. Ms. Sandy Wynn wants Barbados to ensure no child is left behind and religious denominations work together in the interest of children. Rector of the St. Matthias Anglican Church, Reverend Hugh Sanford, urged UNICEF to continue the good work, noting the environment today is different. Now, the Barbados Water Authority is promising to do its best to ensure that Barbadians have a constant supply of water during the Christmas season. This according to the corporate communications specialist, Joyanne Haig. Now, last Christmas was not a very happy holiday for many residents in the north of the island, as they were without the precious commodity on that big day.
When you are depending on something that relies on God, which is drought related, then you are more worried about that. But then something called equipment failure is man-made, man-solved. That is the commitment that we can make in terms of responding a lot faster to repairing what interrupts the supply. But there's not a lot we can do to some of the outages right now. For example, the WIM in St. Peter, where the salinity levels are still high. That's more like a waiting game until the levels drop. And then we would be able to increase the pumping in that area so that places like Fort Hill and Gay St. Peter will have a more consistent water supply.
Ms. Haig is, however, advising Barbadians to store water, especially those in areas prone to water shortages.
It is Christmas, yes. You're going to need to do your washing and your power washing and your everything. And you still have to be mindful that we still have some issues and something could happen. A burst main could occur and it could be Christmas Day. We encourage you to store water. At least do that so that you would be able to still bake your turkey and your ham and still have your family over and flush your toilets. Be prepared. We're going to do our best to ensure a continuous water supply. We're going to do our best. But things happen way beyond our control, and some.
In other news tonight, a police raid on an unauthorized theft early this morning has netted a firearm, ammunition, and illegal drugs. Police Public Relations Officer, the Acting Inspector Roland Cobbler, says the police operation was carried out at the Academic Sports Bar in Regent Hill, the Pine St. Michael around 3:15 a.m. Lawmen found one firearm, 34 rounds of ammunition, 2 magazines, a firearm cleaning kit, and 2.07 ounces of cannabis. No arrests were made in connection with the weapon. However, during the operation, 20-year-old Darius Anthony Perch of number 8 Regent Hill, the Pine, was arrested for possession of 7 grams of cannabis. He's expected to be formally charged for the offense and to appear before the District A Magistrate Court tomorrow in relation to that charge. We'll take a break here and come back with more news after the break.
Visit www.centralbank.org.bb to learn more.
Peoples, we store just got even better. Come on in. Come down to the new renovated People's Market in Tudor Bridge with bigger aisles and even more in store. All your general grocery needs. A whole new fruits and vegetables section. Beer, wine and liquor. A wide selection of meat and fish. And everything for your outdoor chilling and barbecue grilling. But most of all, everything at low prices. Right, Miss Evans?
That's right, Ma. I know we have the People's Mall too.
Peoples, come on down to the People's Market in Tudor Bridge.
A warning tonight that the local economy urgently needs a renewable energy revolution to turn its back on its heavy reliance on imported fossil fuels. That's the view of Aidan Rogers, the president of the Barbados Renewable Energy Association. He says fossil fuels are still costing Barbados too much for an exchange, somewhere in the region of over $500 million. The attorney at law put forward his case as he delivered the 12th Samuel Jackman Prescott Memorial Lecture at the SJPP titled The Renewable Energy Revolution, Empowering the Future Barbados.
Since 2007, the importation of fuel has averaged between 10 to 16% of our GDP, outstripping our expenditure on healthcare and, unfortunately, Mr. Chairman, education. During this period, fuel imports have also accounted for the largest line item with respect to our total imports. As a consequence, within the past decade, and the international, the IADB has provided significant studies that highlight this, that within the past decade, there is now a noticeable and unhealthy correlation between the island's declining foreign reserves and increasing foreign reserve requirement for the importation of fuel.
The BRIA president, however, believes there is hope, saying a renewable energy revolution will create many jobs.
This creates a significant opportunity for job creation in Barbados. It creates an opportunity for persons who are currently engaged in other areas of professional discourse or trade, such as carpenters, roofers, to actually derive some benefit by receiving some training and harnessing some of the opportunity that will be created as we now seek to expand this sector.
The Love Day Project and the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society have come together once again for the annual Love Day. The event, now in its 7th year, was held in Queen's Park yesterday. Those who are less fortunate received clothes, a meal, health checks, and hampers. Terry Mexican, author of the Love Day Project, says it's their way of giving back and spreading joy of Christmas at this time of the year.
It's just their day to have fun, and while the Love Day crew, we would go out into the community, try to cover as many parishes as we could. At 3 o'clock, we end back up by the geriatric hospital where we go in all the wards and play for the patients in there, giving them music, bringing them gifts. It's just a matter of giving back, you know, bringing some sunshine to the people all over Barbados in a simple but effective way.
And the president of the Barbados Vagrants and Homeless Society, Kimar Safri, wants more people to come on board with the project.
We enjoy what we do, and this is 7 years, and we call on persons to come on board with us and work with the Love Day crew, work with the organizations that are here, and you know, not only just for the homeless, but for those persons that are less fortunate out there. And today, you know, as Terry said, we're going to focus us on here, because with the homeless, we're going to give them food, hampers, we're going to get a little karaoke, they're going to get to meet with some counselors, some nurses that are here, and they're going to be able to get some assistance, and then further from that, they will be able to come to the office and get more assistance rendered to them.